my dear faculty members. It is my great honor and pleasure to welcome you all to this presentation on the topic Post-COVID Education Challenges for Students. It's a contemporary topic. COVID-19 is a word which we have never heard and seen before at all. This is not just a public health crisis, it is a crisis that will touch every sector. So every sector, every individual must be involved in this fight. Now it has become part and parcel of our daily life. WHO updated the data on the COVID just yesterday. It is 47,52,988 deaths so far occurred due to COVID. And it is nearly 5 million people died due to corona. We can't limit the problems and challenges that we are facing right now. Since the human resources are affected, everything is affected. So the outline is, I just said the background, then we go to the post-COVID education challenges for students, then concluding remarks with references. So education sector is shut for 2 years, affecting 90% of world students. Higher education sector is undergoing tectonic shift right now. The teaching model is getting changed. It is blended learning, as we just heard right now. And also most of technology is in use. No more physical formal education is possible. And we have to go for blended learning. The institution and students are under pressure not to lose academic time. And there is so much of uncertainty in employment and loss of employment, and therefore so much of financial crisis which affects the students in turn. So this is the background with which we are supposed to go about. And let us see especially what is this post-COVID education, how does it challenge our students? There are a number of challenges. The first challenge is online learning crisis. To provide internet facility to all students is a big challenge. Out of 100 students, only 3.13 homes have personal computers. Out of 100 people, only 1.34 households have broadband connection. Most of the students are from village than cities. They have internet connection, but it is a challenge to attend online class due to lack of network coverage. Even right now we see there's so much of network issues, even in our presentations too. Students have lost their interest in writing and lost practice in writing. And even submission of assignments and the periodical tests is difficult. Therefore, online crisis is the first thing that affects, is the first challenge for the students in the post-COVID education scenario. The second one is maintaining safety precautions. Mind you, dear friends, maintaining social distance and personal hygiene would not be convenient, and it is not practical. Right now, in our hostel, there are about 160 students. To maintain social distance, to maintain the SOP, the standard operating procedure, it is quite difficult. And also, now that the students have come in both schools and the colleges, even the way that they are supposed to be seated and attend class, with the way that the education institute need to provide a big space for them to attend class, and so on, it is quite not so possible. Also, personally for them, practicing this SOP is not so easy, and it's quite irritating. And the third one is loss of interest and motivation. Having stayed home more than a year made them rather lethargic, lazy, and complacent. And therefore, they lack motivation and determination in completing assignments. Out of 200 students, about 140 students are affected by stress and anxiety. And one of the journal Medical Internet search in USA has come about saying that about 86% of people have changed their sleeping times. You know, our own students, our own people at home, the little children, those come to the college, how their sleeping pattern has been changed because of this technology issue in learning education, as well as due to this COVID, having stayed at home, it has all got changed. And therefore, they are worried about their health and the health of the relatives, and there's so much of fear of getting virus, contracting virus, and they naturally lack interest and motivation. The fourth one is mental and physical deterioration. extra burden and pressure on their mental health. After long holidays, when they came to the college, when they came to the school, involvement with multiple assignments, sitting down, listening to the class is actually making them or increasing the stress. Various health issues usually see eye strain, headaches, hearing problem, because they have to go through sitting long hours of screen time, online learning, and even stretching stiffness in their legs and bad posture. They are not regular in doing physical exercise as they were doing previously. And this is the fourth challenge the students face in the post-COVID educational scenario. And the fifth one is financial crisis. Many students are not able to attend the online class because of the lack of income of their parents. And also, recharging mobile is costly because they need to attend 5 hours of online class per day. One girl from Ernakulam in her interview said she's doing a second year of college and she need to work in order to get money involved in getting the internet connection and other things, helping out in the family financial situation. Many students find difficult to buy smartphones to attend the class. I know even my own first year students, how many of them just joined not having cell phones. Even in the school, they struggled. And therefore, there's also difficulty in paying the educational fees. Though there's installment-based paying a fee in the school as well as in the college, it is the financial crisis that is a big challenge for them. Also, some of them, those are studying in the private school, have changed to the government school because they need to pay. They don't want to, they cannot pay. They're not going to afford to pay. And that's the fifth crisis, a challenge. And the sixth one is lack of social interaction. Due to this pandemic, loss of social skills, fear of interacting with others have come up. And number of hours exposed on screen time has got an impact on health, as I've said already. And therefore, even those who are even in the family, they're not able to get along in a very well way because they're so much glued to the mobile. And I know even before the COVID, people, because of the upcoming onslaught of this technology, people are glued to cell phone. They're like their own identity, their identity card. If they miss that, they miss everything. And all the more now, because we are forced to learn through a technology, there is lack of social interaction. And the seventh one is loss and bereavement. Most of the students, about 30% of the students, the records say, they've lost their parents, relatives, friends due to COVID and other illness. And therefore, because of this feeling of loss and grief, they are saddened, withdrawn, irritable, and are angry. And therefore, this is a big thing. Even right now, in our own student sector, though we have started many schemes for orphans and semi-orphans, nevertheless, this loss is going to have a great impact in their learning. It's another challenge. And the eighth challenge is transition. Just imagine, my dear friends, okay, the students moving from kindergarten to primary to high school to higher secondary to college, and later on to their personal career. I think this transition here, it becomes a sort of worry, because they are worried about their future. Right now, recently I saw it in a Hindu paper, except the COVID corona batch, the others are welcome for the interview. That means their future is at stake, and they are confused about their exams. Some of them have to face a public exam, how they are going to face and what mode and so on. The transition is another challenge during this post-pandemic period. And the ninth one is friendship and bullying. The students feel apprehensive about returning school and college and reconnecting with the peers. And this contagiousness of this illness is opportunity for bullying. I know in my own hostel, students who are found with a little symptom of this COVID are asked to go home. And this one makes them feel so sad. They are alienated. They feel lonely. Therefore, sort of looking down by the others, friends, is also a sort of a stress creation. So that is another challenge. And the 10th challenge is internet addiction. Right now, this PUBG is removed, but this Free Fire is overtaking the gaming addiction, especially among the children, those who are in the school and those who are in the college. And of course, the cyber sex addiction, net compulsion, cyber relationship addiction, unsafe relationship due to this Facebook, Instagram, and so on. Though it was there even before the pandemic, all the more it is increased because they've given more time with the technology, with the use of mobile phones. And the last one, but not the least, very important one, the teacher-student relationship. The teachers, are not just knowledge providers, but mentors and guides in every aspect of the children. And the personal interaction is lost in this emergence of this online mode teaching. And that is, again, another challenge for all of us. So as I conclude, I like to quote Roy Bennett. It says, every challenge, every adversity contains within it the seeds of opportunity and growth. My dear friends, while there are many challenges, there are other opportunities. Utilizing innovative technology, rediscovering family time, more opportunities for future lender planning anywhere in any of, and education institutions have to hire counselors and psychologists, and also it minimizes the pressure of teachers and schools having systems coming to the college and so on. So there is a hope of a ray of hope is already present there, and therefore, as I conclude, every challenge, every adversity contains within it the seeds of opportunity and growth. The references are here. Thank you. Any queries? You're welcome.